Hello, I'm Karen Elgersma at Pacific Christian School in Saanich, and you're watching Go Island on ShawTV. On today's show, Paul Ballstein talks to a Hollywood director about Canada's own Titanic story, the Empress of Ireland. And Raji Kabli takes a step back in time to honor colored immigrants who were denied entry into Victoria a century ago. All that and much more on Go Island. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us on Go Island. We have such a fun, jam-packed, phenomenal show for you today. We're at Pacific Christian School in Saanich, and there's so much going on here right now, Mr. O'Dell. See, when you're in a school, you call everyone Mr. or Mrs. So he's Mr. O'Dell today, David O'Dell, principal of PCS. Let's begin with the big celebration on Tuesday, Ride to Conquer Cancer Barbecue. Where did this story begin that has led up to this big celebration on Tuesday?
This story began last year. As you remember, we had a young student, Xavier Pelche, who was very involved in the Ride to Conquer Cancer. It was all about giving back because of the personal things that had gone on in his uncle's life. And tragically, he was killed in an accident. And so today for us it's called a celebration of taste and see. And what we wanted to do is keep Xavier's memory alive. And one of the ways that we've done that is we've combined it with a significant event here at the school. Next June 10th, as you know, we run our triathlon.
Yes.
That's where kids put their best forward. But we're going to take it a step further, and we're inviting our jazz band to come out and really jazz it up. There will be color, there will be fun, and we partnered with Barn BQ from the Red Barn locally here in town. And they said, we want to be part of this great event. And this event is all about fundraising to provide funds for Annette Halstead, Xavier's mom, as she continues the ride that her son started last year.
It's an incredible story because you can imagine being a part of the ride like she was last year and losing your son. And she's had the courage to put a team together this year, and get this, she's going to ride on his bike, on Xavier's bike, which is a bit too big for her. I just think the courage that takes, but it's interesting because she said to me that when they're riding as a family, they feel a real sense of his presence and a real sense of joy.
We feel a sense of his presence here in our display case. We've set this up. This is all about celebrating. It's not about being morbid. It's about looking at a young man's life whose motto was kindness changes everything. And we think his mother has embraced that, and she's taken it forward, and we want to be part of that.
And if you want to be part of it, you can. It'll be delicious, fun, and festive. Come to PCS on Tuesday. What time should people arrive with a hungry appetite?
Come from 11:30 till 1:30. We'll take care of your hunger needs.
Absolutely. There'll be food, music, fun, and all the money raised at the barbecue goes to the Ride to Conquer Cancer team. And of course, I always believe that when we raise money with events like that and with community, with spirit, we raise hope and we raise love, and there's just extraordinary things that happen.
That's exactly it, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for making a difference.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to continue to hang out here at PCS. Why? Because you're a good man, Charlie. We love it here. We do love it. And you're a good man, Charlie Brown. Yes, the musical is going to be opening here, and we're going to tell you all about it and show you a sneak peek. But first, we're talking about tragedies. So many tragedies in Canadian history often get forgotten, but there's amazingly talented historians out there that make sure that we don't forget. And if you've ever heard of the Titanic, well, think of this as the Titanic of Canada. Did you know that you can actually get an Empress of Ireland postal stamp? You can. So yeah, all year as we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Empress of Ireland, there's all sorts of things going on. And of course, we're also celebrating, as May and June always remind me of spring theater time in colleges and schools all over the place, because this is the time where we want to get out and see some musical theater in particular. We're all ready for that. And here we are at PCS. Matthew Howe, what's happening here? Opening night is Wednesday night. What's going on?
Wednesday night, we're producing the revised version of the musical You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And it's a wonderful, family-friendly piece of exciting theater. You know, what I always think when I come to productions that Matthew Howe is involved in, because he's a rock star, is that I always feel like you add an energy and a creativity and an innovation to a play, and you add your own mark with your people.
with your people, and we're going to meet a few of them in a minute. And I always walk away just feeling good about my life. I mean, your Christmas show, I saw it twice. I walked away with a smile that lasted a week. All the musical theater productions you've done here, but this is really a feel-good show, isn't it?
It really, really is, and it's a joy to work on because the material takes us back to, I think, an earlier time, and these wise young souls that Charles Schulz created as comic characters, when they come to life on the stage, they bring a quality that just sort of touches you in a special way.
Everybody says to me, you're a good man, Charlie Brown. Every voice in harmony, you're a good man, Charlie Brown. All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly, and I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily.
We're also going to meet a few of the actors.
We are.
Talk to them about what it's been like to be in a Matthew Howe production and a Charlie Brown production. But first, talking about remembering things, we talked about remembering the Empress of Ireland, remembering beautiful stories like Charlie Brown. Well, there is one exhibit that's happening at the Commonwealth Pool right now to remember something that happened in our history right here in Victoria that will absolutely blow you away. Raji Kabli with that story. Of course, we are just down the road from the Commonwealth Pool here at PCS in Saanich, and as you look around at this very colorful set, I feel like I have walked into a comic strip, because I have. Your Good Man, Charlie Brown is opening Wednesday night. It's a musical for the whole family. It's such a fun play, and we got Charlie Brown right here. Tell us, what is for you, what's this experience been like to be Charlie Brown?
Well, it's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's really, you have to be focused and do all a lot of homework that we have to rehearse lines and go over. But when you have it down, you start going over. It's a lot of fun.
Get on the bus. Go ahead, get on the bus, Charlie Brown. That's right. Don't want to be late. Don't want to be late for school. Charlie Brown. There they go again. Coming to remind me. Don't know what they mean. I'm not innocent. I'm not a bad man. In between.
We live in a time where theater and music and art is often cut out of the school's curriculum, especially with tight budgets. Why do you think that theater, musical theater in particular, because we add so much content, there's dance, there's music, there is theater, set building, why do you think it's such an important part of education?
Well, you learn a lot of different things in musical theater. Like, I think a lot of people kind of think it's just like a joke class, like a hobby, but you do actually learn a lot about, like, learning about other people's point of views and society and all of that stuff. And then you also learn, like, the dance component and singing and getting up on stage and talking in front of people.
It's a real confidence booster. I mean, it really helps you build that muscle to be able to get in front of people, to be confident. Has it been a good experience for you that way too?
Yeah, it's been really interesting because one of the most educational points of it is you can get the different perspective of each character, which is cool because you never really get to explore that in any other subject.
It's true. I like that. Very clever. They might take over the world. We are going to show you a scene in just a moment, but we have to take a very short break, but go nowhere when we come back. Dan Kahn interviews a guy who will absolutely inspire you, and more right here at PCS. That was just a little glimpse of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, that will be right here at PCS in Saanich. It opens tonight. It will run until Saturday night. It is a family, fun-filled show that everybody will love. Now, speaking of lovable people, Les Chan. If you've ever had the privilege of meeting this man, you cannot leave this guy without smiling and feeling inspired to live your best life.
When do the good things
Good Man, Charlie Brown, the musical theater production right here at PCS. It opens tonight and runs till Saturday night. There is a Saturday matinee. Get your tickets. It's a great show. We have to take a very short break, but go nowhere. When we come back, we're going to head to Goldstream and tell you a little bit about how our salmon, you know you love the salmon run in the fall, but where does that life begin? And more right here at PCS. Tell us when the play opens and when it closes and how people can get tickets.
It opens tonight through Saturday, 7:30 every night, plus a matinee on Saturday, 2 o'clock. And you can get tickets by calling PCS's office at the door or online.
So lots of ways to get tickets. And why should people take the time to come out and see this show?
Because it's phenomenal. It's going to be great. It'll bring you back to when you were younger. All those comics, Charlie Brown, gotta love him.
I know, you do gotta love him. Do you have a favorite character?
They're all my favorite.
I know.
Charlie Brown.
I know, Charlie Brown. Do you have a favorite song?
Probably My New Philosophy.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Well, I want to thank you all so much. You are very talented. Holy smokes. It is a great production. When they were sitting here doing the number for us, I wanted them to just keep going and going, so I'll have to come to the show. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching. Woo!
Women's clothing provided by Tulip Noir. Casual designer fashions. Men's wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.